بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد وإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله تعالى وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار وبعد. This is Hadith Class number 8. الدرس الثامن عن أبي مرثاد غنوي رضي الله تعالى عنه قال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول لا تصلوا إلى القبور ولا تجلسوا عليها. رواه Muslim. On authority of Abi Marthad Ganawi radiallahu anhu, that he said that I heard the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, do not pray to the graves nor sit upon them. In this tremendous hadith, which is small but it has a great prohibition that the Messenger of Allah said that we must do, we must not pray towards the graves, as another aspect of the deen, that is that every place is a musalla except the graveyard or the bathroom. And this hadith right here is a proof that you can use to go with the other hadith that says when the Messenger of Allah forbidden us from praying in two different places. Now some people will use that hadith when he said the whole world is a musalla, but at the end of the hadith he also mentioned except for what? The graves or the bathrooms. And also he said don't sit upon the graves. Don't sit upon the graves. And you see this commonly done by the non-Muslims when the youth amongst the non-Muslims, and Allahu Musta'an amongst some of the youth of the Muslims today, is that when they do the wrong, they want to run to the graveyards and sit upon the tombstones of the dead. This is not permissible. The Messenger of Allah said, he didn't say La tajlisu alayhi illa kufar. He didn't say that. He said La tajlisu alayha. La tajlisu alayha. He didn't make it's general. It's not specific to the Muslim graves that we're not supposed to sit upon their graves. This is for the non-Muslim also. If it was just for the Muslims, then the Messenger of Allah would have made it clear that don't sit upon the graves of the Muslims. But he said don't sit upon them. Don't pray towards them, nor do you sit upon them. And this is a prohibition from the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, don't sit upon them. And this is a small hadith with a small, shut of it. There's not a lot of detail because it's real clear and simple. The Messenger of Allah already said, لا تصلوا إلى القبور ولا تجلسوا عليها. And this grammar points for this is, so far as knowing who it was, Marthad al-Ganawi was a Sahabi. And these things is real important in the life of a Muslim, is that when we're raising and cultivating our children here in the West, which is very hard because it's so hard, it's so easy to get into the haram, it is so easy to follow the temptation. You can commit sins in the open, and there's no punishment for it. But so far as you go to the lands of the Muslim, the sins that you really hardly see a lot of sins out in the open. There's some that you will see out in the open, but there's a lot that you won't. But here in America, the Muslims have no shame in the sins they commit out in the open. So, and it's good that we teach our children the name of the Sahabis, the name of the Sahabiyats. And Marthad al-Ganawi is one of the Sahabas. He was one of the Sahabas. So these names we should get our children familiar with. Rasulullah, the Messenger of Allah. This is one of the names of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah. Another name for him is Al-Mustafa. Ahmed, which is his name in the Bible. Ahmed. So these things we must teach our children, the names of these Sahabas and the Nabi, is that we should teach these names because they don't know. A lot of them don't know. One time, our dear brother Abu Uwais, rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentioned the khutbah that he gave, and he used to always, when he said the khutbah, he would mention Mustafa. And after he got done the khutbah, I think it was a khutbah either class, may Allah forgive me for forgetting, but it was either one of the two, but he kept mentioning the word Mustafa. So the two children that was in the masjid during the time of his talk, at the end of it, they said to him, well, who is Mustafa? That shows right there that some of our children don't have the basic understanding of Islam. When the Muslim takes Shahada, he says, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. And one of the things, when they say Muhammad Rasulullah, that's the only thing they know is Muhammad. Only way they know that describes the Prophet or directs it to the Prophet is Muhammad. But the Prophet ﷺ had different names. Rasulullah, Al-Mustafa, Ahmed. He had different names. We should be teaching our children these names. And you ask our children nowadays to run down who the biggest movie stars. They're barely running down maybe the top 20. But they can't tell you the Ashara Mubashirin, those 10 who was promised Jannah. Or they can't name to you the 4 Khulafa al-Rashidin. But they can name to you 29 Muslim celebrities or 10 or 20 sports stars. But they can't tell you the 10 Sahabas who was guaranteed Jannah or the 4 Khalifas in their children's names. Allahu Musta'an. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us to be good parents to our children and teach them the proper etiquettes of Islam. No matter if they're in the lands of the Muslims or they in the lands of the non-Muslims. They still need to know who the Sahabas was. They still need to know the Tabi'een. They still need to know who the Atba' Tabi'een and so forth. And down to our time today, they need to know the scholars of Islam of our time, the scholars of Islam of the past. They need to know all this stuff. Because this is the way that our children will start to know about these people and want to be like them. That's why our children don't want to be like the Sahabas or the Tabi'een or the Atba' Tabi'een, because they don't know about the Tabi'een and Atba' Tabi'een. And if they do know about the Sahabas and them, they only know a limited amount of things about them. They probably don't know their struggle. They probably don't know the things that they did and the honor that Allah gave them in the world for the little things that they did. Like nowadays, you see our children walking around with brushes in their pocket. Our beloved brother Dawud Adib, Hafizahullah Ta'ala, he mentioned in one of his talks that this is a sign, this is the characteristic of a woman, that she carries around with her utensils to straighten her hair. Now we know in the time of the Prophet they used to use different things, animal bones and so forth and so on, to straighten their hair, like a comb. But now we have different things to straighten our hair. We have brushes, we have combs, we have all different things. But the boys walk around with brushes in their pocket to make sure their hair stay brushed throughout the whole day. This is the characteristic of a woman. Why our young men are not being told this? Even if the fathers don't know, once they come to find out to know, they should stop their boys or constantly keep reminding them, don't imitate the women in this. Don't imitate the women in this. Or they want to start using the fab style of clothing. They want to stop wearing the clothes of Iman, the clothes of the Mu'min, the clothes of Jannah. They rather wear the clothes of the Kuffar. Why? Because they don't know the importance of wearing the clothes of the Muslims. They don't know the importance of wearing the clothes of Iman. They don't know the importance of that. Why? Because us, as parents, are not teaching our children the importance of Islam, the importance of acting like a Muslim, the importance of dressing like a Muslim. This stuff is important. The dress of the non-Muslim, the not dressing like a non-Muslim is so important that the Messenger of Allah used to tell the Sahabas, don't wear the yellow turban. Why? Because this yellow turban is the color of the kuffar, so stay away from it. A color of a clothes. This was something that the kuffar wear, so the Prophet ﷺ said don't wear it. But nowadays we got our young kids wearing the hats and the polo hats. Okay, it's not wajib upon them to wear kufi. If they're not going to wear kufi, then don't wear nothing on your head. Or they got the tight jeans on when they think jeans should be baggy. The jeans are under their ankle when the jeans are supposed to be above their ankle. They don't want to wear, they rather wear a polo shirt than wear a thobe. Okay, fine. You don't want to wear a thobe? Then advise your son to wear izar. There's nothing wrong with that. Even though that's not how the Prophet ﷺ wore his izar. He wore his izar under his thobe. But we got to take the two lesser of the evils. What's better for our children? To wear the izar or not to wear it at all? To wear the izar is better for them. It's better for their soul. Because it keeps reminding them of Islam. They walk outside with nothing on, then they have no reminder of Islam, even on their clothes. So this is my advice. And this to repeat the hadith for benefit. An Abi Marathad Ganawi radiyallahu anhu qala Sami'tu Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam yaqulu la tusallu ila kuburi wa la tajlisu alayha, rawahu Muslim. On the authority of Abi Marathad Ganawi radiyallahu anhu, that he said, I heard the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saying, don't pray to the grave nor sit upon them, collected by a Muslim. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us to be of those who listen to the command of the Messenger and to listen to his command and stay away from what he tells us to stay away from. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.